That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful Linda Raza. Just do me a favor, though, before we go ahead and bring on the man of the hour, the man that's shining right now. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, go ahead and hit the bell. And then when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that we go live here on Chicano Street. If you're new to the channel, well, I appreciate your subscription from the bottom of mi corazón. I try not to dilly-dally and waste anyone's time. Here we talk about cultura, we talk about the raza, we invite guests from all perspectives. Everyone has a seat at the table. That way everyone can have a voice at the table. So, gracias to all the day oneers again. And everyone inside the members only, you know who you are, cabrones. They're enjoying CCSOF 3 that just dropped on Thanksgiving, which is who I'm going to bring on right now, the baddest man. I'm going to bring on the baddest man right now. Cálmase, cálmase. I'll bring on the baddest man. We're going to go through some formalities, make sure he's situated. And of course, I'll get him queued up. All the day oneers and then the Chicano channels and the Chicano pages. I highly appreciate you guys more than you know. Let me go ahead and bring on my guest. Let me see if he's all the way ready. A little bit of delay there. That's right. I appreciate you. Homie, hang on. I just see your comment. I appreciate you, cabron. That's right, cabron. The man of the hour. Without further ado, Mile High Hustle. Buenas tardes. How are you,
Good.
hermano?
Good, I'm good. Salute everybody.
Um, I appreciate your time. How are the weigh-ins?
The weigh-ins, I enjoyed the whole thing, man. The weigh-ins was awesome.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
you mean the ones here? I didn't make it, man. I had a family
okay,
emergency come up, so I didn't make it. But
okay. Those are the ones I was talking about. That we were
no,
dialoguing
yeah,
about.
I'm gonna be at the fights tomorrow though.
That's right, man. The young lions, man. I appreciate you coming on. I wanted to bring you on because a lot of people don't know all the behind the scenes that went up to your fight, man. The whole journey. There was a lot that went into it. People only saw the polished product. That for one, and then two, I am gonna address, but just for me, none of my guests are attached to any of my opinions. Come on, we're all some grown men. We're not 15-year-olds, okay? We're Billy and Bobby and all that shit. Then I'm gonna address some of the rumors that were also going out on the internet that led to some videos being made for business transparency purposes, business practices, whatever you want to call it. We'll talk about that. Okay, just give us a little bit in the end. Mi hermano, how's everything going? How's the family? How's post fight life?
Everything's good, man. I kind of got a little lazy for a minute. Got back in the gym this past week.
That's
Took a
right.
couple weeks off. Had to let the body rest, and then had to take care of some stuff on the family front that I let kind of you left on the back burner because you was too so busy just focused on the whole fight and everything. So
Absolutely.
got
So
back to some of the stuff.
let's go back to some of that. Whatever you feel comfortable, right? I mean, obviously, if you
Yeah,
don't feel
yeah.
comfortable, say, yeah, the
No,
journey to get into the ring, there was some hardships along the road. I'm not sure if you said it in a own personal video on you, but is there anything you would like to shed light on? Because people just see you showing up and showing out and putting hands. I mean, some people were
yeah.
saying major hands on your
No.
opponent. What was the whole lead up to it, man? What was the adversity?
It was shit, it was hard, man. I was out of shape when it all started, I was out of shape. Um, it was hard, man. I had to really put myself in the fire and like I said, I was doing my own training and a friend of mine just was like, "Hey, I like what you can do and I like your athleticism, but you need to go to a real boxing gym and really tighten up some of this shit because it could be detrimental to you." And I think we had Boxer pretty much queued up. We had a game plan. My game plan was to kill his body. Those big boys don't like them straight body shots. We call it the rammer. My whole thing was to pretty much put that rammer on him for a couple rounds. As you noticed, I wasn't just headhunting, but that was just me being in the gym all the time, bro. And the gym I chose, it wasn't no cakewalk. It was a real gym. My coach is a shit, a blood and guts coach. I got I got fucked up in the gym, bro, to say the least. I got my ass beat more than once in that gym. So
Mm.
uh I don't want everyone to be thinking, oh, I pulled up and I was putting hands on dudes in the gym, and that didn't know. I was getting hands put to me. I had a lot of hard tough training partners, and a lot of them, when some of these dudes, they're way better than you, they work with you. You know what I mean? They'll give you that work. They'll get you. You know what I mean? But they ain't by no means trying to knock you out or hurt you. It was it was treacherous, man. I got injured on the way, and I actually told my wife, I almost called you and pulled out. I'm not gonna lie, I almost called and pulled out, and
Can you
uh,
dive into that a little bit more? That's what I was wanting to ask you about.
yeah.
Was you got injured, and then also we lost somebody along the way.
So September 27th, I was actually on my way to work out, and got in a car accident. Um, it was a pretty significant car accident. I thought I was fine. I
T-boned.
took care of what I had to take care of, and still went to the gym. Um, we sparred, and it was a Weddle. We squared up, and my coach. I just remember my coach telling me, he's real green, so take it easy on him.
Uh-huh.
Don't tee off on him. And I said, all right, cool.
But
So
he's
I
the
got
right
in there
weight.
and we squared up.
Green, but he's the
Yeah.
right weight.
But that's how you get injured when somebody's new and they're green and they've got something to prove. And we squared up, and I hit him with the double jab, and his nose like exploded. And he went crazy mode, man.
Mm.
And he started rushing me with wild hooks. And I was dodging him, and then we clinched up, and I shot underhooks on him to try to position him. And he was a pretty athletic dude. He came under my underhooks, and he lifted up on me, and he started like lifting me up by my shoulders. And I felt something pop. And my coach, pretty much was like, so we come back in the second round, and my coach goes, all right, bud, go ahead, let him have it now. And I said, bro, I can barely lift my arms. I popped my shoulders. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And so basically the next two rounds was me just getting teed off on by this dude. Um, he couldn't drop me. He was hitting me with everything he had, but it is what it is. And
Is
my
that
coach
was that a
said,
pop shoulder, popped elbow, pop wrist,
no, you know what was crazy? It was all my back arm right here. And I'll send you the pictures.
tricep?
It was my tricep, and it was just purple all the way here and all the way down my shoulder. And I didn't even notice the bruise until like a week later, because I took a week off the gym, and I think my coaches and them thought I quit, and they called me. So I showed up at the Saturday morning session. It was about a week later, and I don't know if they thought I was bullshitting. And I went to take that shirt off, and my coach seen it, and he goes, "Look at your arm, bud." And I was like, damn, I didn't even notice, and it was just purple. And I was like, man, it was tight. So basically what I did was just, man, uh I prayed on it,
Ice
bro.
it.
I no, I really, I really, this whole thing was adversity at its finest. I prayed on it. Uh I prayed on it. God was with me this whole way. I prayed on it, and I could have took the easy road, you know what I mean? And I chose to dig in, man, and I got some strength and conditioning bands. If you noticed, I stopped posting stuff for
Mm.
like about a month there. And the reason why is because I couldn't even really hit the bag with no power. And I was like, man, people are gonna notice you're not hitting that bag with the ferocity you were, earlier in those videos.
But you did drop a
So
lot of training videos. On the other side, I don't know if you did, were there videos on the other side, or there was like a lack of videos on the other side, and then it looked like it
yeah, yeah, he wasn't really showing much. You know what I mean? I
was
seen
that
a
old
few.
training footage though? It looked like old training
The
footage.
ones at the end of his were old ones, because you could see he was bigger. He
Mm,
had a bigger frame. You know what I mean?
mm,
Um,
yeah, and
he
then
looked like
if
he was Wild 300 in those videos. You know what I mean?
We're gonna get to the fight. We're gonna get to the fight. We're gonna get to sailing away into the sunset. That great feeling that you had, and then post. We're gonna. I'm going to, and if that's totally up to you, if you want to just lean back and I'm not forcing anyone to
No,
say
you're
anything.
good, man. Whatever we
I'm
want
gonna
to talk
go
about.
ahead and speak on some business principles that hit YouTube. And when it comes to business, business is just done one way. There's no feelings in business, and it is what it is. We'll get to that in the end. So, and then also along the training camp road, through the shoulder, or like you said, and then on September, and then we lost someone along the way. Is that correct?
Yeah. My mother-in-law passed away. My wife's mom. We've been taking care of her for some years. My wife's been taking care of her for the last 10 years.
Mm,
She had dementia and she passed rather quick, man. It, it was uh it was really fast.
mm,
Um, you know,
mm,
it was that was another part right there where I was like ready to tap out. Like I seen the hurt my wife was going through, and I was like, man, if you want me to stop this right now, I'll stop it. I don't care. I know I'll get ridiculed. I know I'll probably have to pay some financial kind of money, but I was ready to really lay it down, and she was like, and it's crazy. Me and my wife have been together since I was 15 years old. Um, we've been together for a long time. So she looked me in the eyes and she said, "You better make all this count for something." And basically told me I better fuck him up. You know what I mean? She was like, "You better fuck this fool up." Like, and I seen the pain in her eyes, but it also like I don't know, man. I sacrificed a lot, bro. Like
mm,
I told my wife because I was hours at the gym at a time, bro. A day I would be
mm,
at the morning, in the
mm.
afternoon an hour, and then at night 2.5 hours. And I would come home, my wife would already be getting the kids to bed. I'm trying to get in the hot tub and the cold plunge so I could just recover. And I just let her know that, all the time that was away from her, I was working hard. You know what I mean? I wasn't fucking around. I was like, this really meant something. Like I
Yeah.
really wanted to come foot with my best foot forward.
Mm.
And if he had knocked me out, laid me out, or did that, I would have cool. I knew I could have lost and said, all right, I gave it my all. You know what I mean? You trained your ass off. If not,
Yeah.
then but
What's
that's
crazy
life.
is a lot of people don't know this. I'll put this out right now. We got Mile High Hustle, the heavyweight champion in the casa. Put the 303 Denver on his back, and he's a mean machine. He put his hands on display. We appreciate everyone that supported. I'll get to the reaction of Textgate in the end. Hold on, gente. Trip out on this, Mile High. I don't know if you're gonna believe me, carnal. I used to DJ the fights, right?
Yeah.
And when I would DJ the fights, I kid you not, I would fight the same day. So
Nice.
here I am DJing the fights. Numerous times I did this. Less than 10, though. I'm for sure it's less than 10. Where I was playing the music, and then all of a sudden I flip the chair around, sit down, and I'm getting wrapped up.
Oh
And
shit.
people around me are like, there's no fucking way this DJ is gonna go in there and throw hands.
Nice.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
That's cool, man.
Most of them were wins, and there was some L's, and so I just got into it, man. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like a male thing, like hey, you want some? How you gonna say no?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I mean, how you gonna say no? There's the guy in the middle is probably the pro fighter, and everyone is coming off the corners fresh for just one round. And if all you want me to do is blitz them, I'll do that all day long. Now, I was getting binked and I was getting hit, kind of like what you were doing to your opponent. Again, respectfully, in retrospect, a lot of people were putting the crown on your head and just saying you pretty much were teeing off the whole fight. Again, there's a lot of reaction videos that were saying that. I didn't see any reaction videos that said the otherwise. All right, now let's get to the fight. Now it's fight day. You pull up. What is the ride like? How does it feel to have your corner there? The fellas that went over there for the trip. Shout out to your whole corner, your whole team. Give me a little bit of and then the experience, then the fight happens, and then driving off in the sunset, so we can get to what the people want to hear
So
me talk about.
it was nothing like I expected. I'm gonna be honest with you. I foreseen this all happening different again. a lot of behind the
Like,
scenes that don't nobody know. I almost fucked the date up. I literally almost fucked up the date. I probably almost gave Mikey a heart attack. Mike, I thought we was fighting on the 24th. Um, of course, that's not the date. So I had to fly to Phoenix. Luckily, I had my partner Christian. Shout out to my brother Burke, and his family. Man, beautiful family. This is
mm,
my brother I met in the '90s. We did time together. This is my canal.
that's right. Shout out
Picked
to
me up
him.
at the airport. Took off 3 days of work. This guy's a contractor. He makes hell a lot of money. He took 3 days off of work, and his whole family drove. We took three vehicles, all went out there, and it was pretty much just family, man. So, man, I felt blessed the way everything fell into pieces. You don't even know, man. That conversation we had, again, bro, I had to really dig in and I asked God, like, did I do this for the wrong reasons? Like, did I
Mm,
mess up, Lord? Like, and it was crazy. As soon as I said that, man, a brother texted me and was like, "Hey, bro, I'm proud of you." Um, it's a friend I worked with that I admire very much, and he was like, "Man, he
mm,
basically told me about he was just basically telling me, man, how I basically inspired him to get back in shape, and that if I could do it, he can do it, and it was just shit. It was uplifting, bro. So that whole trip was just, it wasn't the way I figured it was going to be, but at the same time, the road there, I knew I was ready. Um, I sparred up to like 3 days before my fight, which is kind of crazy. But I was ready, man. I
I
was
had to
ready. I
call you.
wasn't in.
I called you, right? Because we
No,
were.
that's exactly Mikey. If you would have called me, I would have messed this whole thing up. If you wouldn't have called me and asked me that question, real talk, if you would have called me and be like, "What the hell are you thinking, dummy?" Oh, and I was like, my
I
heart
could have
dropped.
just
I
I
was
could
like,
have just
I'll
laid back
figure this
and been
out.
like, you know what? He's got a coach. I could have laid back and been like, he's got a trainer. He's in good hands. He's got advisors in his ears. But I get it because it was from the contract signing to when. And gente, disclaimer, or I think I've said this numerous times. The fights aren't live. Don't look for a live fight. You know what I should do? I should put up the PDF of the estimates on how much it would cost just to do it live. I should put up the estimates because I got a few estimates. So they're not live. Yes, a couple hours you can hold off until we upload it and get it there. But it was before, obviously, the fight. So I called you because I saw you throwing chingazos
No,
sparring.
you wanted to go earlier on the live, and I told
Oh,
you it's going to mess up my training, and I'm sparring, and you called me and you go, bro, your coach recommends you spar 36 hours before a fight, and I was like, no, hell no. What you mean? Is that what boxers doing? And you were like, no, you just told me you're smart. And you were like, we're fighting on this day, and I was like, oh my god, my heart dropped, bro. Everything worked out though, man. I was able to get my brothers that cover for me at work. I had to call some favors in, but yeah, my wife,
and then
my
it
wife
happened.
is the one who kind of got me
Mm.
squared away, and we made it work.
Shout
It
out
all
to your
fell into place,
familia.
man. It
Shout out
fell
to
into place.
wifey. Yeah, because you were able to, at the end of the day, have your moment. So now the fight's going on. The bell rings. Obviously, you went through. Give me a little bit. How was the production? I know it was kind of like a lot of cameras everywhere. And how was the
Huh?
production? Was it new? Was it like,
No, it was eye opening. I seen a lot of I've seen a lot of pride in it, man. I seen how you took
mm,
pride in it, you and your wife. I seen how you guys worked very hard on the whole thing. Uh, it was dope, man. It was dope. It was to be honest with you, brother, I got to live out my dream. You know what I mean? You created a platform where I got to live out my childhood dream of walking to a ring, hearing your music be played, that dramatic part. You know what I mean? I got to live out a dream as a kid. A childhood dream, and I
got it?
seen what went into it. Now, if you're not a very focused individual, you could see how somebody could get lost in it
Mm,
and then have to fight, and that could be a kind of a mind.
mm,
It could mess with your performance if you're not fully focused on why you're there.
yep.
As you know, I stood warming up in that whole time. You know what I mean? I was warming up. I didn't let myself cool down. I was just I knew why I was there, but at the same time, I knew business had to get handled first. You know what I mean? And I kind of expected that.
It was take after take, cameras, lights, microphones. Everyone has a mic. On this one, we actually leveled up on the audio. We had corner mics. This time we had corner mics. I wanted them to hear what they were telling you guys in each corner. So I had corner mics. And everything was in 4K this time. So that was already an upgrade. We'll stay with 4K for a little bit, but then pretty soon 8K is knocking on the door. So, okay, all of the hachibachi, the announcements. Now let's get to your the bell rings. Now you're starting to warm up or feel
Let's
him
talk
out.
about the hand wrap. Let's talk about the hand wraps
Okay,
because there was a, you know what I mean?
yeah, it almost turned into hand wrap gate. No, I mean
So
literally.
yeah,
Okay, so let me
you know what?
talk about. Go ahead.
No, I just think that would have been a mind that would have fucked some people up that had to fight that dude, seeing the size of his hands because his hands are big as hell, man. I'm not. That's not no lie. Um, they were big. They wouldn't fit in the 14s either. You know what I mean? That they had no choice but to cut them. So
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, I'll expound a little bit more. Basically what happened was at the time of the production when we got to put on the gloves, they already are wrapped up because to me, the wrapping up happens at a certain point, right? It's time to wrap up, then it's time to wrap up. They both got wrapped up. I don't know if you ever had professional wraps like that in the
no,
amateurs. You
no.
ever got okay? In the amateurs, you get a taste of it, but I bet Coach Al and Warzone Boxing, man, shout out to him. Basically, the hospitality was amazing. He just turned over the keys of the facility. Did you see the
Yeah,
facility?
Coach Al's cool. Yeah, that was a beautiful,
Did you
beautiful
see the
gym.
facility?
Yeah, man, amazing. It was amazing. It was a nice
Legit.
gym.
One of several locations. Legit, man. But shout out to Coach Al. So, right, I only brought one pair of gloves, which are those are competition USA Boxing 12s, and they slip right on with the competition elastic band, so we don't have to worry about them shuffling or anything. So I bought the red and the blue pair, and they're 12. They weren't 10s. A lot of people were saying that I took 10s. No, it would have looked too small for the size of the fighter, so I took 12s. And at the time, they're trying. It's time to slip them on. Were you able to get them on, or you didn't?
Yeah, I got mine on. I got mine, but one were ringside, and I
And
think
one
the
with
other
title,
ones are, yeah, title.
title, and
So
so
yeah, mine
yeah,
were able, and then I don't think he tried the blue on. I don't think it would have been any different, but yeah, I was able to get mine on.
yeah, we're getting to that right now. Big stomps. I appreciate your support. Gracias, carnal. And then we'll get to the reactions of Textgate that went out on YouTube, just to be able to clarify business principles. Okay, and then it'll bring awareness too to the fighters. Anyways, so they didn't fit because, like you said, his hands are like cinder blocks, and then when you put
There's
the
the
tape
best
on
one.
top, I mean, it turned it his hands. They didn't fit right. Your opponent, yours fit, but your opponent's didn't. And then we tried the 14s with hand wraps, and that didn't work.
No,
And at that point, for about 5 seconds, I was thinking only 5 seconds, hermano. And just for it probably would have been for the sake of executing it. Right? We're here. We didn't come to the edge of the Jordan to not cross over. You know what I mean? And so for 5 seconds, I said, well, if they cut off their hand wraps, it's like a bare knuckle fight. Just for 5 seconds. But then I said, wait a second, we got to get back together. Let me get with Coach Al. Coach Al, we got to cut off their hand wraps and let me see if his slide on without the hand wraps. And that's what happened. And then basically they only had to tape the wrist just to avoid any kind of wrist bend. It's at least a little bit of support. You'll have more than that when it's a full on wrap. But that's what happened. For 5 seconds, it was almost a bare knuckle fight. Hermano, let me ask you, if it would have went bare knuckle, what would have happened?
bad. If those punches were coming out too fast with 16s, bro, how fast do you think they're gonna come out with nothing?
No, no,
You know
we
what I mean?
fought with
Like
14s, right?
or 14. I'm sorry, 14s. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone
either way,
commented
bro, I threw
16s.
threw a lot of punches on him, bro. Like I wasn't tired. I never took a seat. Um, shit, bro, I was warming up for 30 minutes. I was warming up the whole time we were doing the production, however long that was. Cholo said he was worried I was going to burn out, but it was. There's Coach Al right there, man. Salute Coach Al, generous dude, very awesome place, man. You guys are ever in that area, go check them out.
Absolutely. Coach Al, legit
Bullhead, Arizona.
facility. I just you're blessed, hermano. You know you're blessed by the best. The familia so warm. I pulled up on that Saturday night, and Coach Al was with his familia, and just the hospitality was warm. Stand up guy. Can't say enough. I can't say enough. Te voy a subir a las nubes, cabrón. So I appreciate you, Coach Al. Okay, the fight, the bell rings. Did you expect what you got from your opponent?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen his videos and I didn't see him move very well. I questioned a lot of stuff. I thought um I always hear him breathing very heavy. I used to always hear, and you noticed it in when we were in person. He breathed very heavy. I thought that would be a problem for him. It wasn't. Um, but as far as being able to move around the ring, I didn't think he was going to move very well in the beginning. I seen in some of his videos he had compression socks on, and I thought he had like I thought he very well might have a leg issue. You know what I mean? So I didn't see somebody, everybody was calling him Terminator, and I'm not clowning, I'm not trying to hate. I wasn't seeing what everyone else was seeing. I was like, I don't see much athleticism. I see someone who punches hard. One thing I did see was he never had a pair of boxing gloves. I never seen one video dropped ever with a solid pair of boxing gloves. He was always wearing 4-ounce MMA gloves. And I think when he
Mm.
had to put that extra weight on his hands, it was very like and I tried to tell him. Remember, we told him when up into the upbuild, I was telling him, he says I shadow box with 10-pound dumbbells, and I said, bro, your form is gonna suffer. And his exact comment to me was, I don't have weak shoulders. Remember, he goes, I don't have weak shoulders. So I was
Mm.
like, oh, okay, cool, all right, but
So
I
did
don't
you
know. I'm
expect
just
that
saying. I just
though?
didn't see
In
him doing the
hindsight,
right
those 5 rounds, did you expect to see you teeing off the whole time?
I thought he would hit me a couple of times. I thought he would catch me once or twice,
Mm.
or maybe even more. But I didn't. Like I said, I knew my footwork was going to be too much for him. Uh, I knew once I hit him with the first 3 shots, I seen that look in his eyes, like what the. He got mad, like what the fuck. After that, I feinted him. Every time I feinted him, he would cover up. It was he took a defensive posture almost the whole fight. And every time he would try to open up with punches, he would get hit like with 3 or 4 of them. So I just after that first round, I didn't think much more. I was like, he he uh he can't hit me, you know.
Do you think there was an injury?
Um, don't want to call the man a liar. Not in the first round. In the first round, he hits his ass. He falls on his ass. He doesn't fall forward. He falls on his ass, and when he posts to get up, he posts on his left shoulder. So I was watching it. You know what I mean? And maybe it was a slip. I think he was rocked. I know I rocked him the first couple of times. He was staggering. Um, I think he was rocked. Could have been called a knockdown. It wasn't. I get it. That's cool. You call it slip, but
You got to go
he
back and watch it to see if there was a clip. Boom, like prior
he
to the
actually
off balance.
after he gets up out of that after he gets up, he throws a hard right hand. It's probably his fastest punch that comes out. He throws a hard right hand, and I pull out. You know what I mean? I pull straight back on him, and he misses me by about 3-4 inches. But he that's like the fastest punch that came out, and I seen him try. I mean, he threw it. You know what I mean? So I don't
At
think he
any
got
at
hurt. I
any
think
point
he
in the
got hurt.
fight, did you feel danger at any point in the fight?
No, no, no. I was fine. I was comfortable. I
Mm.
knew I did. I prepared. I knew the guys I sparred with were uh, way better than probably me and Boxer both. No, I didn't feel no danger. I felt like I was in fully control of that fight. I did what I wanted to do in the ring, like I said I was going to do. Um, I told him I was going to control that ring, and that was my ring, and I was going to do what I wanted.
Hermano, it looked like you had your way for 5 rounds. Then we get to the announcement. You had one of the best post fight speeches, giving shouts out to who you gave shouts out to. How does it feel now driving home the heavyweight champ?
Man, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. It was everything I envisioned. It was awesome. Uh, Very proud that I came out and did what I did. I wish it would have been a better fight. I wish he would have been more up to par. I feel for dude. I really do, man. I wish he would have trained different. Um,
Were you holding back?
I think in the third round, after you see me start talking to him, he looks at me. He did say, in some of his video, he did say, he told him, "Go ahead, man." I think he's seen that. I was like, "Damn, dude, this you ain't even really hitting me, bro." Like, um, no, I hit him with some good shots, but you got to understand, I didn't have hand wraps on either, though, Mikey.
Yeah.
And so I hit him with two shots in the second round. I get him on the ring, on the ropes by where the mirrors are,
Mhm.
and I actually measure him. I have him I measure him with my lead hand, and I come with the right boom, and I hit him again, boom. I felt both my fists when I hit him with those. I felt it in my hands. So when I was hitting him, I'll be honest with you, for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, my hands hurt bad. Like I was having trouble even making a fist. So that didn't feel good. My hands were hurting for he has a hard ass head. That boy can take a shot. I'm not gonna take that away from him. Um
Yeah, and what we're
Again,
not going to take
I
away
won't.
also, we're not going to take the pulling up. We
No,
respect
no.
that.
All respect
Executing,
that he
going through
got
the
in that
choke.
ring. He fought 5 rounds. Um, Shit, dude. Was I trying to knock him out? I wasn't just headhunting him though. You see me. I was attacking his body too.
Mhm.
I think those body shots were fucking killing him. Like whatever legs he had, I think the body shot took the rest of them. You know what I mean? Because even at the end with the last three or four, I hit him in the body. You could see him really like cover up and like and
I kind of
no,
seen it.
I
I
thought
kind
I
of
would
seen
knock
it
him
like
out with the body shot. Let's be honest, the ref could have stopped it, but you know the ref Chicano rules. It's
kind of
all good.
rules.
If that would have been a real amateur
It
fight,
would have been stopped
that gets stopped in the second round, easy.
automatically. That would have been stopped. I would have stopped it if I was
Yeah,
refing that fight, if it was in the amateurs, because what it is, it's called fighter safety. When you see one
yeah.
fighter is getting outclassed, why continue? But again, these are Chicano rules. And so the refs know that, hey, if they want some, let them get some.
And he salute to him. He fucking took a
He
beating,
did
man.
that. He did that
He
for
took a
five
beating.
rounds. He did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't take that away from
We're
him
not
at
take
all.
that. We're not taking that away at all. And then now let's get to. I want to get to something, hermano. I'm gonna go ahead and take the driver's seat just for a second. You could interject at any time. I want to preface it by saying, of course, the host's opinions, don't reflect anyone else. Okay, these are just my opinions, period, or anything that I say.
Absolutely.
So don't try to attach anything. So I want to address something because people, the internet, there was videos, I got messages, more than one message. In regards to the way I saw it was part of the contract that looked like there was a possible breach in. A breach of a contract basically means you threw the contract out the window, and it doesn't mean it stops there. It could just start there, really. And I don't know if you heard, but that there was a text message that was sent on the Thanksgiving morning. So this happened the morning of, right here. Here we are setting up to eat stuffing, cranberry, potatoes, be with the family. You're looking forward to the fight to drop, my brother, especially because of the impressive performance that you did. You're probably like, yeah, I want to see this, right? We all had
I
to order
ordered
it. I
I
had to
ordered it
order it.
too. Shit.
Yeah, I had to
I
order it.
wanted to see the production. I wanted to see the polished version. I wanted to see the announcing. I wanted to
Mhm.
see the whole thing. I wanted to like, oh, okay, I want to check this out. Like I was excited as everybody.
In 4K. So then let me see. I'm not going to give this whole sequence and chain of events. I just want to really get to some core principles. So there was allegations of that happening, and my inbox started to go off. And I'm like, what in the world? So I don't know how much truth there is to it. Okay. So I'm wondering what the hell is this about? because I already know that this is absolutely 100% would be a violation. Now it's business, so this is what really disappoints me. What really disappoints me is when business gets done bad. That disappoints me, hermano, because we have our time. You were just talking about all the sacrifice you did. You have your time, maybe even receipts behind that, money invested, right? I have my time. I speak for myself and I speak for content creator series of fighting that if anything does happen like that, we're going to go ahead and investigate and do our whole diligence. So here we are. A video drops, another video drops, another video drops. I'm looking at the DMs. I have a conversation. I have a conversation. There was no denying that there was a breach, and it was admitted, and there's no denying that there was multiple breaches. That means every time it happens, it's a breach. Okay, so there's count one, count two, count three, name them all. There's no denying that. That was pretty much admitted. So I respect that. I respect at least talking to me straight and shooting to me straight. And my response is always going to be business. Well, let's go ahead and get the business side of it squared away, and then we'll deal with this. So what happened was the morning of Thanksgiving, there was a text message that was sent out. It's already been told already. There's no denying that. And how much did it have an effect on the fight? It had an effect. It had an effect. I'm upset about that. I'm still not over that. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of receipts, and it's bad business. So, in retrospect, looking at that and having said that, a resolution has been reached. There's nothing else looming. A resolution has been reached. And to any fighter that participates in content creators series of fighting, these contracts, they're a one-page contract. I'm not making them 20, 30, 50 pages where you can't read it. Okay. You breach the agreement, that's bad business. And then if you want to downplay it to my face and downplay it, well, anything after the well, I don't want to hear. Anything after the but, I don't want to hear. Anything after the because, I don't want to hear, because all we're doing is business. And if you do bad business, that's not coming on me. That's not going to be the reputation of my company. That's not going to be the reputation of content creators, series of fighting. We're going to do business the right way, and we're going to be transparent. That's my statement. If you want to chime in, you could chime in. You're automatically, immediately affected by what took place, but you don't have to say anything, hermano. We could just move on and change the subject.
No, we're good. I gave that man his respect. I respected him. You see me, I shit, at the end of the fight, I raise his right arm. I literally raise his right arm and walk him around the ring with his right arm lifted. Now I watched it again. I don't see no grimacing. I don't see somebody that's, if my shoulder's injured and someone lifts up my arm, believe me, you're gonna see it on my face. Um, but that's my opinion. I don't know if he got injured. If Big Al said that his son told him he did, and maybe he did, and that's cool. I'm not trying. My thing is, my injury. The only reason I talked about it is because I won. If I had lost, you wouldn't even have heard about it. I promise you. If that man had knocked me out, now here's the. Let's get some context in here, because this man wanted a contract a certain way, and he talks about it was never about the bag. Okay, so why did you have it put in the contract that the loser gets next to nothing? And you stipulated in the contract, if there was a knockout, the loser gets even less. This is what you wanted, my bro. So to me, your whole narrative of trying to paint it a certain way, that's bullshit, man. And I'll call you on it. I literally looked you in the eyes. I shook your hand like a man. I embraced you as a brother. And I meant that shit. Now, in when I was flying back, Boxer reached out to me, asked me not to, talk shit about him on YouTube, belittle him about the fight. And believe me, I wasn't looking to throw no salt in the wounds. I was respectful all the way through it, and I'm gonna continue to do that. Even though he didn't keep his word, I'm still gonna keep mine. But speaking on the business end of it, I think he's trying to paint it a certain way. That way, it doesn't make him look bad. And I'm calling bullshit on it. Is he injured? Maybe he is. Who knows? Is his legs fucked up? Yes, his legs are fucked up. I seen his legs. His legs are bad. He had no business in that fight. I don't know what he was thinking. Now I heard us both being called out on the internet for, oh, you guys looked bad by that whole thing. Da da da. Hey, I can only worry about myself. Mikey can only take it that, hey, both these guys signed a contract, and basically after that, it's up to you to get there. It's up to you to make sure you're in shape. Uh, do your due diligence, man. Do good business, okay? But what was this about? Because you talk about you didn't get the training you didn't want, but you're getting a paint job. You're getting all your tats redone a month before the fight, bro. Which means you're not training that whole week that you're getting tatted. And then you're going to rest for another week after that while those tats heal because you can't open up your pores and really train hard. Brother, I mean, come on, dude. Like, I've seen all this happening. I'm watching it and I'm like, man, he's messing up. Like, um, but if you had knocked me out, I would have never told nobody nothing. I would have kept my mouth shut, and it would have been that. I would have still watched the fight. I would have still promoted the fight like I did. Um, I seen after the even with me and you, I even asked you, do you want me to still keep posting videos to
Hmm.
promote? Yes, let's keep promoting. We didn't see that same energy from him. So, like I said, I questioned what his was all about with him. That's something he has to answer to, and maybe you'll get an answer, maybe you won't. But my thing is, a video comes out, I have no control over it. I don't know anything about it till I see said video. We have a conversation. I
Hmm.
reach out to him. He tells me yes, it did happen. Um, I asked him why would you do that. Um, he gave me some story, and I'm not going to even repeat it because I know it's bullshit.
It's
But at the
bullshit.
same time,
There's
bud,
no
I don't think
courtesies
you.
extended when you do bad business like this.
No,
So just let the people
that, and
know
that's
there's
what
no
I'm saying.
courtesy.
I've given him every courtesy as far as he got in the ring. He fought like a warrior. He took his ass whooping like a man. Um, but I can only give you the same courtesy you gave me, my bro. And you gave me little to none. You did horrible business. Uh, Again, I don't know, bro. You have a loyalty problem, bro. That's a character issue, homeboy. And Josh called you on it. You know what's crazy? And here's the thing, bro. This fucking guy, he fucking calls me, bro, and asks me to ask Josh to take the fucking video down. And I'm kind of like, bro, just let it rest. I don't want to get involved in it. First and foremost, when I'm leaving, he asked me not to get involved in any of the YouTube drama. And I said, okay, I won't. Right? Gave my word. I'm not. But who tries to interject me into the YouTube drama? This man. After he made a mistake and did something that he should be called on, and then he interdicts and tries to get me and say, hey, bro, can you ask Josh to take the video down? And I'm thinking to myself, like, really? Like, this fucking guy, you got some balls, bro. And I'm like, bro, I almost agree. I didn't tell him this, but I'm like, I agree with what Josh is doing. Um, Shit, dude, all right, I'll call Josh. So I called Josh and I had a good little chuckle about it. Um,
And he was willing to flush the event down the toilet to look out for whoever he wanted to look out for.
his persona, bro. You see how people are eating him up. That's your fault, bro. That's why I train so hard, my bro. That's why I trained like a fucking madman because I knew the chat would eat me up. I knew the chat would be like, "Oh, we knew you was a big old pussy. You got your ass beat. You got." No-" I knew that would happen. So what did I do? I said, "Shit, I got about it." That's why I trained hard. If you didn't think that was gonna happen, I don't know if you thought you were just gonna bullshit me yourself to a win. But bro, people over here, we don't run just because people talk hard and hey, bro, you're what you did yesterday, that don't count for shit. That don't mean nothing. Um,
You were never once intimidated when you took the fight.
never, never, bro.
The boogeyman. You weren't scared of the boogeyman.
Did you? Did I ever give off when I got there, Mikey? All bullshit aside, and I'm not. Hey, did I ever give off that thing that I wasn't ready to fight this dude and I wasn't gonna?
You gave off that
Did you
energy like
see
you had
any? Did you
you
see any
had
like
like
hesitation?
no, you gave off that energy like you had a pinchy Thanos club in your hand, and even at the face off, I don't know what you raised in that. What was that gesture about? You raised the
Just
hand over
pointing
the.
to the sky. Hey, I was just claiming it. I was already claiming it. You know what
Oh,
God
okay.
says you gotta claim it, bro. God says you want it, you gotta claim it, bro. I was shit. I'm already won. You just don't know it, bro. God's already written about this. We already did this, bro. You just don't know it yet.
Mhm.
And that's fine, bro. You know what somebody told me in my crew, and and it makes me think about it. And someone said that he kind of scoffed when I gave thanks to God and I got on my knees, bro. Like he kind of scoffed a little bit. Like somebody said he scoffed, and I was like, really? I said, wow, that poor dude. You know what I mean? That's something he has. Maybe he doesn't think he deserves God in his life. Maybe you know what I mean. That's why he's alone, man. I feel bad for the dude. Like, bro, you can't trust nobody, homie. So but again, me offering you my hand in brotherhood, it didn't last very long. It didn't take long for you to pretty much, sabotage that whole thing. Um, I'm
Yeah.
sorry it happened, bro. I don't know what I
I
did to
I had to reach
deserve that.
out. I had to reach out to him, Spencer. I had to reach out to him because there was a video he dropped like right away, and I'm like, the
No, I
the
seen it.
fight
I
is going.
seen it.
Yeah, the fight is gonna go on for a couple days, and he tells me, well, everyone already knows. No, 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 no. Only this little bubble of people that we know and we share cross subscribers, and not even that bubble, then it gets even smaller to this little bubble, then the bubble turns into a thousandth of that because now it's only the ones that purchase the pay per view. So that was ahead of time. I respect the fact that I was able to put that out there, but to drop a video so quick when, I mean, we haven't even gotten all the buys yet, and you're already letting people again know the result. So to me, he let people know the result early two times,
Yeah, because
not
we
once,
were we were
two
we
times.
weren't supposed to do shit till that Monday. We weren't until you did it. I wasn't releasing shit till you released it. Then I kind of pumped my brakes because all this other crazy shit happened. I'm like, didn't want to even really be part of the drama at the same time. Like I said, what gets me is you got the balls to ask me to put out the fire that you set that burned me. Like you set a fire that burned me, and then you're gonna ask me to go ask the dude to hey, put that fire out, bro. Hey, don't give it to this guy. Like what? That fucking bro, he knew. Here's the thing, brother. I was gonna invest most of that money back into my gym, bro. There's a lot of kids. That's their gym mainly. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's their gym mainly. There's the older dudes and the pros. They go train at night. But the kids, that's a inner city children's
Mm.
group. So now they don't have a bag rack. You know what I mean? Their bag rack. We were hanging them from the ceilings. The bags started to break the tiles up on the floors upstairs, and it's a nonprofit building for like a community building. So they couldn't have that, right? So we had to take all the bags down. So I was gonna buy a bag, a bag rack,
Mm.
and if there was a little bit more money, then probably get a floor ring, another floor ring. You know what I mean? So that way they had two rings. Um, he knew what I was gonna do with that money. You know what I mean? We talked about the bag. He even said you should be the nice little bag, bro. And we talked about it, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, And shit, dude, I don't know, bro. Like, so the way he tries to change the narrative is crazy to me, bro, about how it wasn't about that. Then what was it about, bro? Because to me, it sounds like it was just about your pride, my bro. I'm grateful that you stood in front of me and took punches and shit, bro. I was hoping you could give me a couple too. He even, even in the middle of the fight, he went as far as to say, "Let me hit you one time. You already won." And I was like, "What?" I shook my head. I go, "Fuck you, bud." I go, "You gotta earn that shit." And you even see me shake my head, and then I try to hit him a couple more times. But yeah, bro, shit, I'm not gonna let you hit me with those fucking transmissions you call hands, bro. You're crazy. if you, hey, bro,
Could you see the
um,
punches coming though? I mean, was it pretty easy to telegraph? It looked like it was the same punches coming every single time.
I told you in that live that you went live and I came in and he wasn't there. What I tell you? It's
Mm.
gonna be the bullfighter and the bull, and we all know what happens to the bull, man. And that's what he did. He tried to bull charge me. I anticipated that, bro. All that stuff we worked on. Uh, he didn't just fall on his face for nothing. You know what I mean? I kind of like showed him the floor. I didn't. It wasn't dirty by no means, but it was like you got your head way over your knee. You're leaning that far in. It's a recipe for the. He's lucky I didn't hit him with an uppercut and I didn't time him coming in with that. You know what I mean? When he was coming in for that, but at the
We
same
got
time,
we
I
got
just basically got out the way and let him run himself over.
We got 5 minutes left, hermano. I appreciate your time and I respect your time. Again, I'm glad to be able to have provided you that moment. I know it was a good
Yeah.
feeling. I've had that moment myself. It's a cloud nine moment where finally you can break the diet, and then you whooped his ass on top of that and break the diet. And because we're grumpy, man. When you're dieting, and oh man, I get grumpy when I diet, and it makes me just want to take it out more inside the ring, hermano.
Oh, bro, I was ready. You know what? I was actually glad it was a week sooner, bro, because I was even telling my wife I can't hold this in much longer. I was an asshole, bro. I was an asshole, snapping on people
Grumpy,
for no reason.
moody.
You are. You're grumpy. It's just appreciate you, Cholo,
Mm.
man. You guys, hey man, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the whole CCSOF crew, man. The whole everybody was solid. Everybody that was in that room were top notch, man. Cholo Trucker, I thought him and Mark Salinas did a bang out job. Um,
That's
Salute
right. Shout out to
to
Cholo
Big Al
Trucker,
and his
man.
sons, man. Your son was a big part of the whole win, bro. I appreciate your son to the fullest, and your other son, man. Salute to the champs out there. You guys got a great gym. I see you got two other gyms in Cali, man. Salute to you guys. If I'm ever back in the area, I will come by and say hi. I appreciate you. You see I got the gloves, man, brother. You see I got those right there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have those forever. I
And we've been
appreciate all
and
you
we've
guys.
been seeing Michael Myers right there too. We got Michael
Oh
Myers in
yeah,
your corner.
Michael's. Yeah, that's Michael, bro. In case anybody gets crazy, you know what I mean?
Shit, you can't get better than Michael in your corner. You guys, we got a couple minutes left again. So yeah, it's not a conspiracy in wrapping it up. The videos that were put out there were spot on. There's no courtesies extended when it comes to business. If the people have to know you did bad business, I mean, if Mikey's saying if you do bad business with Mikey, who just fucking shoots straights like an arrow, I mean, I'm gonna leave that at that. But it definitely did affect the whole
It's,
outcome, and it wasn't ideal to be able to start getting all these messages on Thanksgiving Day when I knew it was gonna launch and get out there, and so it diluted the maximum exposure. I'm gonna be honest with you. My attorney has one in the chamber right now.
I got you, man.
I'm just got to
I
keep
don't
it
know. I
honest with
think
you. He's like
yeah,
Mike. He goes,
that's up to you.
we have something substantial when you can compare interviews on other platforms and numbers. There's grounds there, and I'm like, I don't even want to go there. But he's mad at me that I don't want to go there. But he's locked. He's like, why did I make the contract for then?
No, that's and the sad thing is, you know what I said? I could do that double. We could double time that. I could tie mine to that if I wanted to. If I wanted to be an ass, if you filed on him, 'cause he didn't just enter in a contract with you. He entered a contract with me as well. We all entered into a contract with each other. And that's
Bad
what I
business.
don't get that, dude. I really don't. For a dude who says he knows the stilo and he knows the ins and outs, and you're too smart, bro. You're too smart to do something like that, bro. To be honest with you, bro, I'm
I mean,
sorry, bro.
let me just say, I hope it was worth it. And he was straight with me, told me names. I hope it was worth it that you looked out for those people. It's kind of like one of those things that if you're willing to wreck the car for your greater good, not our greater good, but for your greater good, no comment.
I,
No
I
comment.
like, hey man, I like his content. I think he's a great content creator. I don't have nothing to. Do I question some of them stories now? Fuck yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. And I'll just be honest with you. There ain't no point in time where John Boxer Mendoza could ever fuck Conrad up. That's the facts. And I don't care if it's in a street fight. I don't care where it's at. I don't care if we fucking use feet, hands, head, whatever. You would never have whipped me, bro. That's just a fact, homie. I've always been a fucking savage, bro, since I was a young man. And just what it is, bro. Combat
Denver,
is where
Colorado.
there's a
The
title, right?
303 has the belt. The heavyweight champion of the world. That's right. I appreciate you, cabron. Again, we're past it already, and we moved on. And if that individual wants to reach out, send text message and all that, it's just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
No, I'm
Move on.
good.
There might be
I'm
more
good.
reactions after this, but this wasn't to keep it going. This was basically awareness for any fighter. It's a one-page agreement. Anything you get into, how about you adhere to it? And then everything you tell me, because is still a violation of the fact.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, all right. You got final words, cabron, from the heavyweight champ. Christmas
Shit.
plans, New Year plans, just eat and gain weight.
Just gonna catch back up. Nah, I'm back in the gym. I'm back training shit. I just my new gloves just came in. Shit, I just got my training. Look at shit.
Oh, the Grant Mayweather used to promote those.
They smell
Floyd used
good
to promote
too.
Grant.
Yeah, they're nice. Made in Henschel. They're made in Mexico. I didn't even know these were Mexican
You know what?
gloves.
Before we end it, would you?
The wife's in the
I know
background
the wife.
cheering.
Shout out to the wife, man. Shout out to the whole
Yeah,
family. Merry Christmas and
I
everything,
just
man.
hey
Shout out to
man.
the wife. Your number one supporter.
I just want to thank you, man. Thank you for the platform, brother. Thank you for the opportunity. Hey, Boxer was right, man. He didn't have to give me the opportunity. That's true. He didn't have to do that. Uh, Boxer didn't have to let the little channel in and give me a shot. He could have cherry picked. Would the results been different? I don't know. Who knows? I That's something he has to answer. At the same time, man, thank you to Boxer for giving me the opportunity. Respects to you for pulling up, getting in the ring. You're a warrior, bro. I meant that. I still mean that. I would never say you can't call yourself Boxer, bro. You earned that name for whatever reason. I don't know. But at the same time, I ain't gonna take that from you. I'll still call you Boxer. I still watch your content. And I'm just sad, bro, that it had to end like that. And I guess I could see why you ain't got many homies fucking with you, dog. And I don't know. I wish it could have been different, but at the same time, it's all good. I'm a firm believer in when somebody shows you who the fuck they are, believe them, and I believe you, my boy. So I'll leave it at that. Respects to everyone. Thank you guys for all taking this journey with me. It was awesome. We did it. I didn't do it by myself. A lot of you guys uplifted me and gave me a motivation to really to get out there and stay disciplined. You know what I mean? And just hope everybody's inspired that hey, even at 49, if you want to go out there and do something, go do it, man. Don't let nobody tell you can't do something. Always be ready for the fucking challenge. Stay dangerous and love your family, man. I'm just gonna sit here and love on my family stuff that I missed out on for the last 6 months. Uh, and if the opportunity presents itself again, who knows? Who knows, man?
That's right. That's right. Wise words from the heavyweight champ. Denver, Colorado is in the house. You guys, we're out from Chicano Street. If you want to go back and listen to the replay, we don't hide lives, and the live's gonna stay up for anyone that wants to hear it. And now it's time for Christmas and what we got in store: the giveaway, a karaoke live, las fiestas. We're doing a lot of things like that. I appreciate you, hermano. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you from the bottom of my
Thank
heart,
you, my
and we
brother.
are
Salute
out.
to you and your wife, bro. Tell your wife I sent mine, and you guys
That's
did an
right.
amazing job, man. I seen you guys are a dynamic dual team that, salute to your whole team, man. Everybody was professional the whole way through. We only had one hiccup and it sucks, but it is what it is.
Man, we are out, you guys. But remember what we always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories. We'll see you guys live on Sunday night.